Big news with MVP. Look, we know that Nikisa and Jake always have something up their sleeve. They'll sit back for a minute and then drop big news. We all know how much they've done for Amanda Serrano, what they've done for women's boxing since they tapped into the game, changed her life. And they recently signed Alycia Baumgardner, one of the most talented fighters in the sport. Barak, I think this was a massive move.
Bro, I seen Amanda Serrano in the gym as a teenager. I seen her win titles in 7 different divisions. And I seen a woman that didn't own a house, didn't own a car. So what MVP, Jake Paul, Nikisa, what they've done for her is incredible. This is why she signed a lifetime contract. That makes sense. These guys came in and changed her life. Shout out to her manager and trainer, Jordan, as well. When everybody thought he was crazy for turning down the Katie Taylor fight initially for, I don't know what it was, 200,000 or something like that. Everybody thought he was crazy and said he was a jerk. And look at this. Yeah. He held out. They got with the right team, and they got what she deserves, which is millions and millions of dollars.
Smart
and
man.
Shadeja Green, their first champion. Look, I was there with her when she was in the trenches and struggling and didn't know where to turn. And now she's a champion. So Baumgardner going there, it makes sense to me.
I mean, it's one thing to say that you're doing a lot for women's boxing. It's another thing to actually do it. And I don't want to discredit any other guys because I think Eddie Hearn has done a lot for women's boxing as well. Even Lou DiBella.
And Lou DiBella.
Right. So, but I think even Oscar De La Hoya as well promoted women boxing. So,
and I wasn't saying women's boxing. I was saying those 2 individuals who I seen come up.
Yeah, no doubt. But I think women's boxing did need some uplifting. And I think Jake and Nikisa have done that to show you that, I think Eddie did it with Katie, but that was on that side of the world. Obviously Carissa, she medaled in the Olympics twice. So, people knew who she was, and she's also a huge star in the sport. But to bring somebody from what they was, to your point, where Amanda was, 7 division champion and not making 10 grand a fight, and to do what they did with her, there's so much to say about those guys. But it seems like they want to continue doing it. They want to show the world that we're not playing when it comes to boxing in general, but especially women's boxing. I think it's a great fight. Now, people are wondering, is Alycia Baumgardner, look, she had a run with Eddie Hearn. It didn't work out. Seems like they split it peacefully. Is she going to be on the card in July in New York City on the trilogy for Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor? It seems to me, Barak, that it would make sense to be the co-main event. She's been out of the ring for a while. I don't see her getting into a massive fight right away. So why not have a showcase on that card?
Of course. I mean, of course that makes sense. If she's ready, it seems like she's ready. On social media, she's training all the time. She always looks in shape. I just thought, Amanda Serrano is just such a sweet person, and you see them picturing each other together, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's a little awkward because Baumgardner has called out Amanda Serrano. So if anything, if Amanda wins on this upcoming fight with Katie Taylor in July, and if Baumgardner fights on the undercard, that's perfect.
Yeah,
that's the perfect setup right there.
So listen, promoters have done it for so long. Top Rank, Al Heyman, having fighters from their own stable fight each other, keeping the money in-house. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that's maybe what they're planning, a potential huge fight with Amanda Serrano. And listen, shout out to Amanda Serrano and the classy woman she is. People on social media were saying that MVP, Jake Paul and Nikisa had their new star, that they were going to put Amanda to the wayside, which makes no sense. They have a lifetime deal. And Amanda was gracious in saying, listen, I uplift women's boxing. I love what Jake and Nikisa has done. There going to be no issues. I want other female fighters to be even bigger than I was and make more money than I have. And that's the type of woman she is and the character she has. So she's not letting any of that bother her. She knows her position in history, and her legacy is cemented in history as one of the GOATs. So she ain't worried about none of that nonsense.
No, and she's not just a boxer no more. She's a boss now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she's not worried about that. And she's always been humble. Back in the days when we had her on the show, she was like, Yeah, Clarissa's the GOAT. Like, what other fighter that knows you one of the GOATs too? You know what I'm saying? You one of the GOATs of this thing.
That's just
but she still had enough humility to say that. People are not like
that's just how she's built.
Special.
And to be honest, Barak, look, even if the Amanda Baumgardner fight doesn't happen, which I think it would, there's still a lot of big fights out there for Alycia Baumgardner. Look, speaking of big fights, she's in a weight class south of that at 126. She just won a world title. The WBC champion Tiara Brown just won at 126. She's on record saying she will go up to 130. So maybe that's a potential matchup.
Yes.
Baumgardner versus Brown. So I'm excited about this signing, Barak, and kudos to MVP for signing Alycia Baumgardner. Looking forward to seeing her get in the ring and possibly in a trilogy with Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor.